Hello, and welcome to the start of our program on the exciting adventure that is the life of a book in a library. We will follow a book along its journey with collection services from the moment that it is selected to be added to the collection to the day that it is eventually discarded. Selection of library materials starts with a team of collections librarians. This team is responsible for selecting and maintaining both the physical and digital collections of the library. Many people think that librarians spend their workday reading books. This is a lie. They do, however, read reviews about upcoming titles. Many of the reviews that they read are online. But there are also physical magazines that publish reviews aimed at librarians. When a collections librarian finds a title they want to purchase, they add it to a cart with our online vendor. When the collections librarian has filled the cart with new, excellent titles for purchase, they send the cart over to a staff member in the bibliographic team, or bib team for short, for acquisitions. A library specialist on the bib team looks over the order from the librarians before downloading it to import to workflows to purchase. This important step helps connect the purchased items to pre-existing bib records, documents the cost of each item, and helps us advertise the books we have coming out to our patrons. Then we wait patiently for our order to arrive. Orders are delivered at the dock, and a bib team staff member goes to retrieve the boxes and begin the process of receiving. Boxes are retrieved from the dock and brought to the collections workroom. The boxes of books are unpacked carefully, and books are put on carts in alphabetical order and checked off on the invoice. Release date slips are placed in the books that have not been released yet. The order is brought over to the library specialist on the bib team to be received, invoiced, and paid. An acquisition slip is printed for each item and inserted in the book. If there is a hold on the book, a hold stick is also inserted in the book to ensure that it is given priority. The card is passed to a bib team assistant for pre-processing. A barcode, a branch sticker, when necessary, and an RFID tag are applied to the book. With the pre-processing finished, the cart is passed to cataloging. Each book needs a bibliographic record so it can be found in the catalog. The ISBN of the book is entered in OCLC to look for a bibliographic record. If a complete, accurate record is found, it's uploaded to workflows. On the other hand, if a record is inaccurate or incomplete, the cataloger edits the record. Lastly, if there isn't a record, the cataloger creates a record. The bib team cataloger checks the physical item to get an accurate description of the book. For example, this item was missing the number of pages, which have now been added. An item record is added for the book in workflows with the call number, the barcode, the home location, and the price. If it is a non-fiction book, it needs a Dewey call number. The cataloger checks a website called WebDewey to determine the appropriate call number. WebDewey is used by catalogers to determine the most up-to-date and accurate classifications for library materials. The cataloger adds necessary info on the acquisition slip for processing. Once the cataloger creates the call numbers, they print the call number labels for each book on the card. Then the cart is passed to a bib team assistant for post-processing. The call number labels, genre stickers, new tape, and date labels are added to the books. If a book has not been released yet, it is placed on a cart for new releases to await its official release date. The rest of the books are placed in the loading bin to be brought down to the sorting room. When the release date finally arrives, the books on the release date cart join the rest of the books ready to be brought down to the sorting room. The bin is attached to the loader of the Automatic Materials Handling Machine, or AMH for short. It unloads the items onto the belt. The book is moved along a conveyor belt until it reaches the part of the AMH that scans the book's barcode, or RFID. This checks the book in and sends the book to a bin based on the location code that the item is being routed to. When a book has been requested for a patron, a hold is popped. The book is added to a cart for holds that is sorted alphabetically by last name. Once the cart is full, it is brought to the hold shelf. The holds are shelved in order by last name, first name, and then by pickup date. The holds are now ready for picking up by the patron. When a patron comes to check out their book, they can do so in several ways. This time, the patron will be checking out the book using a self-checkout station. Now that the patron has checked out the book, they can leave the library and read it wherever they like. We don't know where patrons like to read their books, and frankly, we don't want to know. There are almost as many ways to return a book as there are to check one out. Many books are returned at the book drops that are outside of the Main, Maze, and Dole libraries, as well as this book drop in Village Parking Lot 55. The items in each book drop are collected by a facilities worker twice a day. First, they unlock the door to the book drop and roll out the bin inside to the van. The items are loaded into gray bins. The facilities workers drive to each of the 4 book drops, empty them, and bring their contents all back to the main library. Once there, they unload the gray bins and bring them to the sorting room. The facilities bins are unpacked by a materials handling staff member and placed on the conveyor belt of the AMH. This time, the item is not on hold for a patron, so it went to the bin for its home location. When a cart near the AMH gets full, a materials handling staff member pushes the cart away to be sorted and shelved. A materials handling staff member takes the cart to the corresponding floor and shelves it based on the stickers on the book that dictate where the item goes. The book is then checked out and used in many different ways for many different purposes. For example, it can be checked out at the main library, maze, dole, a patron locker, a book bike, delivered to a patron's home, or even on an app. The book can go on to be read for fun, for research, used in a display, read as part of a book discussion. And frankly, the possibilities are endless. The life of a book can be quite the adventure. Unfortunately, sometimes those adventures end in tragedy. This patron has decided to return the ruined book through the indoor return slot in the lobby. The return slot feeds conveniently directly onto the belt of the AMH. Sadly, this will be the book's final voyage across the belts. The book is found in its sorry state by a materials handling staff member. The item is set to a status in the library system for damaged items. Once a cart is full of damaged items, they need to be reviewed by the librarians who select materials. The librarians work to decide which items are worth repairing or replacing. This book is too damaged to repair, so the library journey for this book has ended. Luckily for us, the librarians have deemed this book worthy of replacement, and the life cycle of the book continues.